Corbett. And then Kevin Fung is a listing manager out of Hawaii. Can Kevin come and join us? So can I get my operations people to stand up real quick again?
I love it. Good job.
Yeah. Where are my operations people? These are our superheroes. All my operations people, I just want to give you guys a round of applause. I mean this. There's no way that top agents can have the business that we do without people like this. So you guys have a seat, get comfortable. We're gonna be quick, that's gonna be power packed. So forgive me. Sid. I'd like you just to kind of introduce yourself, tell us what your role is on the team and where you're from, and maybe the size of the team that you serve. And then we're gonna kind of roll through and talk about your non-negotiables and your job description. So if you guys could kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm so excited. What an honor and a privilege. I'm Sid Fredericks from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Yeah, go Canada. I am a licensed assistant on the Kelly Fry team. We're at Keller Williams Elite Realty. I've been on Kelly's team for almost 2 years now. I am a former MCA and conveyancer from previous brokerage. And my basic job description is to manage Kelly's deals and everything Kelly needs.
I spent a whole 60 seconds with you over there, and I recognized very quickly that she is a fan club. Yeah, like literally I had like people circling around you, and I thought they were coming to talk to me, but it was clearly they were coming to talk to you. So I love that.
She's very, very kind.
Awesome. Jason, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me up here. Honor.
Can we get a mic check back there?
Do I need to yell? Hello?
Maybe a hand mic if we've got one.
Is it working now?
All right, we'll come back. Let's do Kevin real quick. Yeah, we'll come back. Oh, you off too? Oh!
All right, well, it's been fun.
I can rip mine out of my shirt, but I don't want to do that.
I know.
Can we get a mic up here? We're working on it? Okay. So let's just maybe use our elevated voices. I think you guys I asked maybe the wrong group to do that, but you guys can take a shot at it, and if I need to help repeat something, I will.
Here, we're gonna share. That's what we're gonna do. All right, let's just share. I'll just stand real close to you. It won't be awkward at all. It's fine.
Talk right into my chest.
Hello.
Hi. Tell us who you are. It's not COVID or anything, it's fine. Tell us who you are.
Aloha, guys. My name is Kevin. I'm with the Ihara team. We're based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Let's see. I'm a listing manager for the Ihara team, and just to, boast ourselves a little bit, we closed 107 transactions last year, 97 million. So yeah, super excited to be here. Thank you for having us. Excited to share what we do.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me do that.
Of course.
Who's next? Love it.
Who else needs it?
Oh, they're good. They're good mics.
All right, good. That was fun. Give us a second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Darn it. All right. My name is Jason Corbett. I am the Senior Director of Tech and Operations with LevPros. Started in, our company's based out of Philly. I'm based out of Asheville now by way of Downingtown, PA. Shout out to Chester County. And I've been with the company since we started in 2019, and I run the tech and operations.
I love that. You sent me over a quick bio, and I have to say something. First of all, you were a surgical tech, which is pretty amazing to go from that to a very also detailed job.
This was a very long time ago.
Yes, but you told me, so I feel like I need to bring it up. And I need to know, what is rucking?
Oh, it's just anyone that knows familiar with Go Ruck, it's just aggressive walking with a weighted backpack.
So
aggressive.
You'll learn it in the military, and so.
Well, so I want to tell you, it was Brian Gubernick who said to me one time, he goes, you talk to the most successful people in the world, and they all do something really weird. They all have like this one, like really weird habit that they do. Like I get up at 3:30 every morning, or like I walk with bricks on my back, or like whatever. And I just feel like that's a testament to you because it's working. So fantastic. Okay, so I know you mentioned, so we've got a listing manager, we've got a company that leverages other teams.
Transactions. Listing management.
Yep, and we've got listing management.
manager.
Okay, so I want to know from each of you guys, maybe you're telling your operations peers as well as solo agents or people that are looking to hire, what are your 3 to 5 like absolutely non-negotiable like tasks, like things that you're held accountable to, that if you didn't do it, your job's up for grabs? Like there's a whole job description, but there's like these things have to happen or else. What are those things?
You're gonna start with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the 3 things that I am most responsible for, so I keep myself gainfully employed. Number 1 is the deal. Without being the transaction coordinator and ensuring that from start to finish that process runs smoothly, accurately, efficiently, there's nothing without the deal, right? If we don't have deals, there's no real estate. So that's number 1. Number 2 is being the gatekeeper for Kelly's time. She is an investment agent. That's sort of our niche at our office. And without protecting her time so that she can lead generate, talk to clients, get investment deals, there really isn't anything else for us to do. So I make sure that the ISA reports to me daily with their call log. I have the other 2 full-time admin like as a liaison for making sure that they're running smoothly and to try to block Kelly from access to them or vice versa as much as possible so that she can stay on task. And the third thing is availability. If I'm not on call, not 24/7, I do get to sleep and have a day off occasionally, but without being available to Kelly at all times, because as we know, real estate happens quickly, it happens at all hours of the day, and so you have to be able to just at any moment drop what you're doing. And I'm not saying you can't have a night off to do something important that's, for your life and, first, but definitely you have to be able to be there at any time. So if my phone rings and I'm taking a relaxing bath, I'll still answer the phone, depending on who it is. Or if I'm on, I went back east for the holidays and I landed in Nova Scotia. I drove for 2 hours. I got to my mother's house, and then we had 3 offers and counter offers that I had to look at, and was up till 1 a.m. It made my mom proud though, to be on my laptop. Just took photos on her iPad. She's like, no, wait, focus. So those are the 3 things.
So I just want to clarify, you're an agent admin, like operations person,
Yes.
right? So, because we had a little bit of a debacle with the microphones, I want to make sure we're clear. But also wearing a lot of hats within that role, right?
Yes.
I literally, as you're describing your job, I'm witnessing you like physically intervening with your like mega agent, which is like
She's right there.
Yeah, like blocking her from like, don't get to talk. Like, I got you. So I love that. But what I'm sensing is that you have a high level of ownership and accountability for what it is that you're doing.
100%.
Because you wouldn't be taking those calls in the bathtub if you didn't. And that's probably not something your team lead imposes on you. It's something that you have ingrained in you with a work ethic that says, this is my responsibility.
Yes.
And I'm going to see it all the way through.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to give it back. I really respect that. What about you, Jason?
Well, for me, it's kind of in the very long title that I have. Director of Technology and Operations. For me, the first thing that I need to make sure is that our tech is working and that the information that we're receiving day to day, the systems and the workflows and the models that I've put in there are ready to receive it and ready to expand as we grow. And
tell this group what your technology does.
It's transaction management, listing coordination. So a lot of what our technology is designed to do on an operations side is to receive information from agents who are submitting files or requests for service, and then we funnel that information and prioritize it into the back end using combination of G Suite and Slack and email and whatnot, and then we pull that information into internal files that we set up from there.
So this is the back-end transaction management
Right.
system. Do you have people in your company that are actually doing the contract to close for agents, or is this a tech solution?
It's both. It's we're doing everything that's not fiduciary
Yep.
for the transaction, and we're from pre-list to active or status in the MLS to under contract to settlement.
You're probably going to have some people ring you up after this.
So yeah, that's the big one for us. Is
I love it.
That's there.
And so what would cause your job to be taken away if you didn't do what?
Well, if our systems broke down and I didn't know why and I didn't know how to fix them, I shouldn't be there doing that. And then the operations, making sure the operations is about the people, and that's about day-to-day making sure they understand top 20%
Yep.
what they're doing, and day-to-day identifying their big rocks, their one thing, and just to keep everybody in that mode.
Yep,
day.
fantastic. Kevin,
Yep. So for me, there are three things that I really need to make sure that it's happening all the time. Is number one, I got to make sure that we take care of our clients. In our market, we have a very high price point, so we like to provide a high level of service, which involves a lot of education, a lot of communication, a lot of updates through the entire process. The second thing is we have built a lot of robust systems. So we have systems, models, and tools that what we find is if you stick to those systems, it prevents failure from showing up. So we always try to make sure we stick to those systems. And then the third thing is when we're out surfing with the boss, don't steal his waves. As long as you let that happen, or don't let that happen, then we're good to go.
I love that.
So good.
So one of the things I want to point out, I know Monica came up here and was talking about the importance of having the right org chart before you layer on agents. And I want to point out something that's really important to your business about the operations team. All of these folks are in the customer service business of servicing your client and nurturing the relationship. And I recognize that the technology is a way to get from A to B, but also has people that take care of your clients. If you're hiring a buyer's agent or a listing agent, or you're going agent heavy on your business before you build out an operations team that can serve you at a high level, you're starting to lose control of your client. These folks, their job is to keep that client happy and within the ecosystem and the organization. So let's say you develop talent and you've got an agent on your team and you give them every lead, they go sell every house, and all of a sudden, after a number of years, they've left. Okay, that's really unfortunate. If you don't have your operations team loving on, following up with, creating a brand for your organization out in the world where you guys speak the same way, you think the same way, and every time your client experiences something with your operations team, they're the embodiment of your brand, you're basically giving your clients away. You've lost the lead, you've lost the relationship. So I really respect the level of customer service that the three of you guys bring and your roles bring to the operation, because if you can create mastery around listing management, transaction management, and operations management, this is your hub. You can have the biggest business with these three people, period. So kudos to that. Okay, so once you've earned the right in your role, and Jason, you might have a different answer for this, but when you've earned the right to have autonomy in your role, where your boss, your mega agent, really trusts you and sort of hands the reins over to you, what additional aspects are you actively seeking to take on such that you're keeping that Rainmaker in their 20%? Yeah, you can guys, Kevin, you can start.
Already. So for us, like you said, when I simplify my role, I want to keep my Rainmaker in his 20%, which for us is getting listing agreements signed. So as I get more proficient at my tasks, I try to take off more tasks from my Rainmaker. So some of those include running CMAs for him. Some of them include writing MLS language, selecting photos, stuff like that. The other thing that we've been working on, and this kind of adds on to your comments, Anna, is we're big on optimizing the client experience. So we've built into our systems, and we've been building on our systems to improve the client experience. We have something we call need to knows. So it's a PDF document that goes kind of over the overview of what the next steps are that someone's going to be going through. It has a checklist of to-dos. And then the other thing we have is YouTube videos that kind of supplement and complement that information in the need to know, so that whether someone's a visual, print out the paper, check off boxes, or someone's kind of a watch videos, listen to it auditorily, we give them this full client experience so that through the entire process of a transaction, because most sellers, I mean, they sell a home, what, 7 to 10 years, every 7 to 10 years? They just don't know the process. So every time we're working with them, we like to educate them, so tell them, hey, this is what to expect in the next step. This is what the buyer might be doing. So we try to build out our systems so that, once again, we can keep our Rainmaker in his 20%, get listing agreements signed.
And you're probably heavily involved with that client interaction. So when you're making these videos, are these videos you or are they Dan?
Definitely Dan.
Oh, see, our listing manager is a wonderful operations person, and they're so heavily involved. And, you know, I'm the brand of the bid. My name's on the door. We're really making a big push to put our operations people front and center because they're doing so much of the heavy lifting. And I want when people think of Anna Kay in town, they're not just thinking of Anna Kalinsky. So I love that you guys do that. You're making it scalable as well. It's fantastic.
100%.
Yep.
Well, my answer to that is, yeah, it's a little different with the way our company's set up, but in terms of Rainmakers, the way we look at it, all of our clients, everyone who uses our service, they are our Rainmakers. And so we treat them all that way, and our system is built as such that we can scale it and customize it for the agent. And so we have a kind of a templated system of things that we use, and so it allows us to create things for the individual that keeps the agent in those primary functions of lead generating and negotiating.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's the piece they were hired to do, and so we want to give them the most time to negotiate the best deal on behalf of their clients.
Love that.
Yeah, for myself, I think that becoming licensed was an integral and crucial part of my journey in being admin for Kelly, because without being licensed, there's a lot of information that, you know, legally I'm not allowed to say to clients, and it's also leveraged a lot of her time. So being able to be a showing assistant, being able to, you know, assist with negotiations on contracts, writing all of her contracts. And now it's gotten to a point where some of her clients, because Kelly, you know, has this niche market of being an investment agent, so we have a lot of repeat clients and repeat deals, and developing and nurturing those relationships with her clients. They know me now, so they expect to get a phone call from me. And you know, recently we had a repeat client who wanted to put in an offer on a condo, and Kelly said, you know, oh, they're thinking of this price, and I'm learning how to be the hammer in negotiation. So I called the client and I was like, look, I think we should go in at this. I know you spoke with Kelly already, but I think we're gonna be in a multiple offer situation. Let's bring up that deposit amount. Let's bring up that price point. And then, you know, because we already know we're in multiples, so you're gonna have that extra advantage. And to my, you know, delight and joy, the client said yes. And also, I feel that Kelly and I have established this trust over time where I'm not going around her and circumventing her authority and her role, but she knows that depending on the client, I can sort of nudge a little bit to make that deal happen.
Love that. Yeah, good stuff. Let's talk really quickly about accountability. We've got a couple quick minutes here. How often are you guys meeting with your team or your team lead? What level of accountability are you getting there? And what do you need from your Rainmaker on a consistent basis to make sure that you're thriving in your role?
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to jump in?
Go ahead. You start. You start.
All right.
See how polite they are? No, you. Yeah. No, you.
I'm Canadian.
Yeah. Closer to Philly, so me first.
Love it.
So funny.
All right. So one of the things that I was thinking about was, you know, when this all we started just before the pandemic, and obviously in 2020, we all know, you know, everything shut down, and very quickly we needed to pivot, and we needed to find a way to continue to grow and continue to develop. And so we started to innovate a little bit, I'm sure as most of us have, with things like Zoom and utilizing those things. And over time, we've created essentially our own office that runs 8 to 8, 7 days a week. And we treat Zoom like a brick and mortar office. When you come into the main session, it's the lobby. You break out, you have all the different breakout rooms. We treat them as offices. And every morning, and we integrate this with Slack, Asana, Calendly, those kind of things, G Suite. And every morning we meet now at, you know, 8:30 or, you know, when we meet and discuss anything that comes before the group. We break off into departments, and we discuss, departmentally, what are the big rocks for the day? What is your one thing? What are you working on and focused on today? And what we found is that it's a great way. Obviously, we work in those rooms all day long with cameras on, working collaboratively, managing deals and talking in real time. And it's really connected us in a great way in a time that it's been hard to connect with people. And we found we were able to meet last year for the first time, some of us face to face. And we met actually at my house, and it was great. We met each other, and it was all kind of, hey, it wasn't anything awkward or weird. It was like I had just seen them the day before, which I had. And so it was something that was powerful to us to realize that we really had been able to establish some kind of a connection there by creating this virtual ecosystem within our company.
Fantastic. Definitely timely.
Sid?
Okay.
Sid, you're getting called out.
Sorry, what was the question?
I went a little long.
I hope I'm not falling flat here. Okay, so
No, I know. No,
accountability.
I'm just
so how do you
teasing.
stay accountable with your
Yeah.
Rainmaker? What is it, or whoever you're having accountability meetings with, and what value you're getting such that you're able to thrive in your position?
Yes.
Like, I need this to be a 10 here.
Yeah, we have a weekly team meeting that we do via Zoom because we're not all in the office. In BC, they've had a lot of really strict ways of being with respect to COVID. So Kelly, Cameron, myself, and the two other admin are in the office daily, and then our other agents, our ISA, come and go from the office as well. So we do a weekly Zoom meeting on Monday mornings where we go through weekly accepted offers, firm deals, our GCI, our P&L, all of these things. We have our listings pipeline. We do the knowledge DNA, KDNA. I like to do the weekly 411, which is something that I really want to dial into and get everybody on board and more accountable for. Just a note for you guys.
Some feedback for you right there.
Yeah, and then we have a WhatsApp team chat that we interact with daily as well. And for the most part, I think that works really well because we all know our role and we have to check in, and it's great because we can congratulate people when there's something that comes up like a new listing or deal, things like that. So, of course, we can always be more accountable and get better at checking in every day and having those systems in place for that. But otherwise, it functions pretty smoothly most of the time, and we keep it short and simple so that everyone can get down to the task of doing what we need to do, which is deals, right?
Yeah, it's houses and it's people.
Yeah.
And things are gonna fall apart. It's what do you do after that? Well, you guys can obviously tell that these guys are highly accountable to the role. We're wrapping up here. I want to give these guys a round of applause. You guys have been excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah, keep in touch. Where can we find you guys? How can they find you?
Yeah, we are Kelly Fry Team, Keller Williams Elite Realty in Port Coquitlam, BC.
Coming to visit.
Yes.
LevPros.com. We also have a booth here on the floor, so please come by and see us. We'd love to meet you.
Easiest way to find us is on Facebook. You can find us at Ihara Team. Our team, we're happy to share anything that we have. So if you guys want any information from us, any systems, processes, please reach out to us.
I just want surf lessons.
We can do that too.
LevPros.
LevPros, L-E-V Pros.
Awesome. Thank you guys. You guys have been fantastic.
Thank you, everyone. Mahalo.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.